Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, what we're going to look at is how we can divide polynomials. So let's start it off with a little old school. Do you remember when you did this? Like when you say 59 going into 101,952, right? So let's see, 59 doesn't go in there. So we'll say skip that. And then you keep going. See, so it's real hard to remember how to do this when you don't have a calculator. But so it goes in one time right here, and when you do 1 times 59, like that, and then you subtract. Remember that, and you get 42, and that doesn't work because you bring down the 9, and then let's see, how many times does that go in there? We'll go 7 maybe. We'll try 7, right? And then you do 7 times 59, and that's 413. And then you subtract, right? And you do that. You subtract it. So was it 419 minus 413? I get, was that 16? And then I got to bring down that 5. And then that goes in, let's see, not 3 times, probably 2 times. And then 59 times 2 is 118. Subtract it. I get 47. And I bring down the 2. And I believe that's 8 times. Is 472. And you get 0. So that's long division. Remember that? You can do the exact same thing of long division. You can do the exact same thing of long division if you use with polynomials. Okay. So let's take a look at like number 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go x minus 2 going into x cubed plus 4x squared minus 16x plus 8, right? So here's the thing. You got to ask yourself, I look at this x. What's the biggest power of x? What do I got to multiply x by to make it match up to x cubed? All that being x squared. So I'm going to put x squared right here, and then I'm going to just distribute. So if I distribute, I go x cubed minus 2x squared, and then you have to change the signs. So this is a minus, this is a plus. Do arithmetic, this gives me 6x squared. I got to bring down that 16x. So then what do I got to times an x by to make it look like a 6x? So in this case, it's going to be a 6x, I guess, right? So 6x. Distribute, you get 6x squared minus 12x. Then you change the signs. That's a minus, that's a plus. Do arithmetic. This gives you negative 4x plus 8. And then what do I multiply that by? I believe it's a minus 4. And then I multiply it through, I get minus 4x plus 8. Then I change the sign, so that's a plus and that's a minus. So we have a remainder of 0. All right, that's how that works. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video, try number 4, and I'll see you here in a second. The answer to number 4 is 3x squared minus 10x plus 3. So what you just did is that's what that breaks down to, almost if you were to factor it, right? So I'll do number 5 with you. I'll do number 5. Look at number 5. This don't trip. It's the same thing. 2x plus 7 going into 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 19x minus 42. So I got to multiply 2x by what to make it a 2x cubed? I believe that's an x squared, right? So then I just distribute, I get 2x cubed plus 14x squared. Change my signs, right? I bring this down, I get negative oh, sorry, that's negative 7x. I get negative 2x squared minus 19x. And then I'm going to times that by a minus 2x. So it gives me, no, minus 1x. And so it gives me negative 2x squared minus 7x. Change my signs. And this gives me, I believe, negative 12x. Bring down that negative 42. And then I'm going to go minus 6. So then that gives me negative 12x minus 42. And I change my signs. And I get 0. Right? That's how you do that one. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video. And I will tell you in a minute what the answer to number 6 is. All right, the answer to number 6, if that's what you were looking at, was x squared plus 3x minus 4, right? That's how that one works. Sound pretty good? So that's because we've had no remainders or anything like that. Let's take a look at what happens if you do get a remainder. Okay, let's talk about what happens if you do get a remainder. So we look at number 7. Look at number 7. Okay, number 7, you're just going to go, okay, x plus 1 going into 3x cubed plus 7x squared plus 2x plus 3. So I'm going to say I got to times that by 3x squared to make it happen. So then that's 3x cubed plus 3x squared. You change the signs. And that's 0. That's going to give me a 4x squared. I bring down the 2x. Going to go plus 4x here. So then I get 4x squared plus 4x. Change the signs. This gives me a negative 2x. Bring down plus 3. And then I'm going to go minus 2 here. And this gives me negative 2x minus 2. Change the signs. And I get this guy right here. I get 3 plus 2 is 5. So back in the day, you'd put remainder 5. But we don't do that. We actually write it as 5 over x plus 1. So instead of that, it would be plus 5 over x plus 1. That's how you write the remainder. You kind of maybe did that in another class, like probably 3rd or 4th grade. Go ahead, pause the video, and I'll tell you what the answer is to number 8. Number 8, you got 2x squared minus 3x plus 2 plus 10 over 3x minus 2. I'll do number 9. Okay, I'm going to do number 9. Now this is, don't trip because there's a trinomial here. It's the same thing. You got x squared minus x minus 5 going into all of this business right here, right? Yeah. So what we're going to do, we are going to figure out what this is going to be. So we're going to go, that's going to go into an x squared. So we'll put that right here. You just walk it through. So that's x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 5x squared. Change your signs. This gives me, this is 0. This is going to be negative 4x cubed plus 6x squared, right? Plus 6x squared. I'm going to bring down the 20x. And then I'm going to go a minus 4x here. And that gives me negative 4x cubed plus 4x squared plus 20x. Change all your signs. That's a plus. That's a minus. That's a minus. This gives me 2x squared. I'm going to add the place value of 0x, and you'll see why in a minute, minus 10. And then I'm going to go plus 2 here. So this gives me 2x squared minus 2x minus 10. I'm going to change the sign. So that's a minus, that's a plus, that's a plus. This gives me 2x. I'm just going to write plus 2x over the divisor. That's how that works. Makes sense? Cool. Now, to do the other ones, like if I looked at like number 10, you notice that when you write this, it's missing the cubic part, right? It's missing the cubic part. So here's how you set it up. You just go x minus 8 like you normally would, but then you use placeholders. So you got x to the fourth plus 0x cubed minus 64x squared plus 9x minus 80. And you do the long division like you normally would. So I set this up. Why don't you pause the video and I'll give you the answer. Awesome. Welcome back. You got your answer is going to be x cubed plus 8x squared plus 9 minus 8 over x minus 8. So that's how it happens when you're missing spots. You just fill in zeros for placeholders. Okay, that's long division. All right, that's long division. There is a faster, more efficient way, and that would be what we call synthetic division. And I believe I will probably show you how to do synthetic division another time. So give this a shot, see how you feel, and I'll see you in class real soon. And may the force be with you.